Hi, I'm Introvaid. Today I have come up with a book review of a magical book that I have just read, The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. Anybody who recalls the poem The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost would understand what this book is all about. In that poem, the poet came across a fork in the road and he had to decide which road to take. Although faced with a choice, he knew it very well that he had to make a decision without knowing the consequences of his choice in advance. There was no way of knowing what would happen in future if he chose either of the two. This is how our life progresses. At every step, we are offered choices and we have free will. But we don't want to bear the responsibility for those choices. We blame everyone else other than ourselves for our choices. Because if the choice turns out to be good, it makes us happy. But if it's not so, then it makes us vicious towards the others who helped us choose. The book is the story of Nora Seed. Nora is the protagonist of the book, and the whole book revolves around her. She has a number of regrets in her life. It wasn't that she wasn't blessed with talents and potential. She had great potential. I think the surname itself speaks a lot about the kind of potential she had. She could have done anything she wanted. She could have become a famous musician, a great swimmer, because she had already won a number of competitions at national level. But then she finds herself in a lowly job, still unmarried, because she called off the wedding just 2 days before the ceremony took place. We come across a very dismal day in her life where she sees herself as a complete failure. She is unable to take care even of her pet cat. She is fired from her job and she has no future prospects and not even a boyfriend. Needless to say, she starts questioning her very existence and wonders what it's all about. That is the day she decides to take her life and commit suicide. But fortunately or unfortunately, she ends up in a land of neither the living nor the dead. She's in limbo and finds herself in the midnight library, where the time is always midnight, and there's her old librarian to guide her along her path. The library is full of books, and all those books encompass all the lives Nora Seed could possibly have led. They were all possibilities and choices that she had been offered. It's mind-boggling to see the choices she had and where she found herself at the end of the story. The first book she's encouraged to read is The Book of Regrets. It has a long list of all the regrets she had had. She's always wondering what would have happened if she had chosen to be a swimmer, a musician, had married Dan, her boyfriend, and so on and so forth. Thereafter, she goes on various adventures. She chooses to be a glaciologist in one lifetime, a musician in another, a swimmer in still other, and so on. She could try out various lives for size and decide which one would suit her the best. However, when she decides upon the life which turns out to be her favorite, she is after all not destined to have that. She ends up back where she started from, but this time with a fresh perspective on life. I think one of the big takeaways from the book is that happiness and success both are relative. Nobody else can define these two things for us. We decide what makes us happy. We decide how we define success for ourselves. It may not be just popularity or fame or money or material assets. It could be any number of things for any number of people. The story on the whole is very engrossing, written again and divided very nicely into small chapters. So you can read it on the go. But this is one of those books, which you can leave and keep aside. But then the book doesn't leave you. It haunts you till you complete the story. Because you always want to know, what would Nora do next? If I may say so, it's a fairy tale for adults. And adults need fairy tales more than children, because children already believe in magic and miracles. It's us adults who have forgotten to believe in those things. This book has found me at the right time in my life, where I'm also trying new things and trying them out for size to see whether it fits. If anything, the book has encouraged me a lot. It has shown me that I am all about the choices that I have. I have free will, I have options. The book has taught me that I am the maker of my own destiny. Nobody decides it for me. So I highly recommend that everyone should give it a read at least once in their lives. No matter what stage you are at, whether you're a teenager or you're already in a job or an adult, it will make a believer out of you. I'm sure it will cast a spell on you all. Happy reading and catch you soon.